Okay. Awesome. So we're gonna go on the child's pose. Okay. So you can put a couple of blankets under your forehead. You can put it under your knees. If you have towels, also work. Let me see. Yeah, it looks good on the screen. And we're just gonna, just take a moment to be here. So sometimes, we have the block. You can have your hands to the feet. You can have your elbows, maybe prop your elbows on the block and rest your forehead. Maybe your head rest on the block. Maybe your arms are forward under your shoulders. So please find something. And the knees usually have a nice wide opening space between the knees, so you feel like your belly is kind of resting or falling between your legs. And in the end, there's so many ways to modify this, because sometimes it just doesn't feel right. But I want you to find a place where you can feel you can stay and find your belly breathing. So you're kind of humbling towards the earth, right? Taking a moment to the earth, to your carpet, to your floor, connecting to the to the nature, to the earth, which is, part of yoga, the pratyahara and the sensing that we are part of everything, especially the way we are breathing, that we breathe just like things that are in nature, that are alive. So we are part of that, the energy, the breath. And of course, that's humans. We have our minds that are chattering. So just try to focus and maybe just one thing and one thing only, and how your space and the shape that you're taking, the child's pose that you are taking. And maybe you're gazing at nothing, your eyes can close, and just as you find the breath and you have been breathing, just feel it more. As I mentioned it, just notice how the breath affects your belly, how it, kind of deflates and inflates, how it grows and contracts. And then you feel it softening between your legs. So you're really just being here for a moment, being grateful for this moment, humbling, and being just very um, amazed, right? Our bodies, how they function, our how many things that we have that are positive, the way we are sharing this moment with each other through the screen, how we are noticing that we are doing this yoga, this moment that we connect to ourselves. We try to disconnect from all the mind that is constantly talking and moving, the fluctuations of the mind, and trying to just be noticing how the breath, happens, how they inhale, and just try to focus more on the exhalations. So the exhalations will be trying to get longer, and we'll try to stay here maybe another 2 or 3 minutes, really very, very uh, non-rushed, appreciative of this shape. If it doesn't feel good, just modify. You can sit up a little bit. Just take a moment, feel that the gravity is going to take you, that the breath is starting to lengthen, that your mind starts to slow down, and the shape also, maybe the space and the shape also eases down as you just let the breath ease you into the connection of the breath, the space, the shape, and the chattering maybe slows down a little bit. So feel that physical subtleties of the movement of the breath I feel that your eyes, your jaw, your senses are also drawing in as you just try to see nothing, try to center on the belly, on the breath and the belly and the ribs and the middle of your belly, like the diaphragm, and see how this makes you feel. So in the end is how you feel in this undoing, this doing nothing and being in just one shape, and this shape that hopefully is comfortable already or better. As it takes a little longer, we'll take one or two more. If you're slowing down, just take a long one and very long exhale. And if you like to bring that nice sigh, like a loud, audible sound as you exhale, that's wonderful. That also helps to lengthen the part of the exhalation of the breath that is longer and brings you more quiet, more ease. Then we're going to slowly, if your hands were under your face or under your forehead, um, walk your hands forward. So you can lift a little bit if your knees are sensitive. You can get off your hunches and go up, or just have your hands forward, plants your hands, plants your um, hands nice and wide. Go to the corner of the mat. So not forward, just wide, like a V, almost like part of the hand is outside your mat. So wide as the mat, head is lowering down. If you are okay to lift your wrist off the ground, you do that, and you still look down or try to have your face towards the ground. You're just energizing all the part from the hips to the armpit, to the wrist, and to the fingers. If this hurts, just bring your palm down. So any variation is fine. You can have your elbows down. And then from here, you're going to bring your arms a little closer. You're going to come up enough to walk your knees back. And if you have a blanket, it's actually nice to leave it there and bring the top of your hips there. And it feels really nice to have that. If you don't have it, it's also very nice. And flatten your toes, come to this Sphinx pose. So you're on your elbows. And where are your elbows? Check with your elbows that they're a little bit forward or under your shoulders. And really press so you can not sag here with your chest, and press your elbows so much you can feel a little bit of lifting your belly and your navel, and lifting your torso as your legs lengthen, and your legs can be a little wider also. So stay here and breathe, energize a little bit more. Feel the shape, feel the belly, feel the energy of the, exchange of breath, and using a little bit of energy and getting a little higher as you lift and get a little more effort into the shape. Now, if this is okay, I'm going to go into a yin pose. It's called seal, like the seal in the ocean. So you can have your hands a little wider, or you can walk them a little forward. You lift your elbows off the ground. You can, again, have them wide, have them forward, and try to lengthen and press. So it'll be more intense, more effort in your low back. If that hurts, go lower. If that is okay, push with your palms and lift your chest and breathe here. And then slowly come back, slowly enough to go back to the beginning, which is the first one, the Sphinx pose. You can have your elbows, interlace all the fingertips like a little knob, fingertips and knobs, and press the back, the pinky side of the wrist, press them down and press your elbows, get a little bit more effort. And then separate your fingers and your hands again. You're gonna do just one arm. So press I'm going to say, I'm going to press my elbow, one elbow really hard and lift one arm. Lift it as much as you can. Bring it back down. Bring both fingers into a knob, into a lace. Press, lift your chest, lift your belly, lengthen your toes. And then separate the arms again. Walk on effort, more support on one arm and lifting the other one out. Sort of like we do in the balance in the bird dog that we'll do later. So one arm up on Sphinx, and then you're gonna slowly come down all the way onto the chest, onto the forehead or the chin, or maybe you can stack the hands, or maybe just rest your forehead on the top of your hands, just to be here, to breathe. And one more effort here, one more little push here. You're gonna do a flying locust. So do the best you can. You don't have to lift a lot, but you're going to have the pubic bone pressing and really hard, like the pelvis presses, like activate the pelvis. And then you're gonna try to lift your legs a little bit or a lot. Just have them really long, pointing away, point your toes. All right, and then you're gonna soften your legs, drop them down. You're gonna try to do both the arms and the legs. So bring the hands toward the legs, toward the lower part of your body, toward your hips. My palms are facing down. My pinkies are to my thighs. My thumbs are out, and lift a lot. Everything is floating except the pelvis is pressing. So press the pelvis and lift everything out like Superwoman, Superman. Reaching out, reaching long, reaching sideways, reaching away from the center, and slowly coming down. Bring your hands more closer. Tuck your toes. Come onto your knees. And then we'll start. I'm going to go back onto my blankie. It feels so good. So you can just come onto the blanket and lift your face and lift for a cow shape. Lift your nose, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, then round your spine and send the hips back a little bit. And then come on up onto the wrist, onto the fingers, onto the hands. Look up for cow, round, and send the hips back to heels. So we're gonna flow here nice and slow with the cow, lifting tail, lifting head, arching your spine, then rounding, and then pressing back, sitting back. So it's an active child's pose coming up. As you come up, start your cow shape or your arching, lifting tail and head, rounding and back, sit to heels. Last one here, up, cow shape, nice and slow, nice and no rush here. Lift your tail away from the head, head reaches forward, round a lot, or round and press your arms, and back. Come onto your elbows like we did the Sphinx. Come onto the elbows. You can have interlace, or you can have your hands just parallel, and do a little bit of that again. More like not reaching back, but just a little bit of cat and cow on your elbows. So feel the difference. You're low to the ground. See if you can feel the spine movement. Breathing in and out. All right, and then slowly you're gonna come up onto your arm, onto your hands. All right, and then you're gonna tuck your toes. You're gonna try to do your first dog. So press your hands, tuck your toes, lift your heels, lift your knees, and start lifting up for your first dog. Okay, lifting your tail up, come to plank, do your plank the best that you can, come to dog, walk to the floor, take your time because I'm not gonna stay a lot. Stay in your dog and feel the hands, right? And feel the tail reaching up, feel the heels and the back of your legs and the hamstrings really working. Feel the effort of everything doing different things. Hands are pushing, legs are pushing, and hips are lifting. So they're going three different ways. And then from here, you're going to bend, you're going to step, you're going to come to the front of your mat in any way that you can, and you're just going to fold down. So keep folding down, hold the elbows or have your hands on the blocks. Forward fold. So it's hard to forward fold. We're going to roll up. Okay, so take your time to roll up. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming up to stand. And then find your feet. Before we do anything, just really find your toes, your heels, your shoulders, find your posture, and find your hands facing forward, and just take a moment into the Tadasana. So just coming up and from the dog and from the plank, you should feel more energy and feel the energy through the bottom of your feet. Feel where the weight is. Make sure it's not to the left, to the right, to the front, or to the back. Just overall balancing throughout, space through the feet. So the legs should be engaged, the knees should be engaged, the hips nice, the tailbone dropping down, shoulders nice and open, front of the body open. And breathe very smoothly and strongly. And take a breath. And you're going to lift your arms up and inhale. Your hands touch or come together, hands to prayer. So we haven't really done this. Usually we do this seated. We're going to do this standing. So really stay with your feet, really grounded and anchored. Release your arms to the sides. Huge breath, like the breath lifts your hands and your arms, maybe gazing up and hands to prayer. So this is a beautiful vinyasa. It's a beautiful flow, very simple and powerful. Keep your feet like grounded, lift your arms, lift your breath, fill with breath, look up at the hands, roll them to the namaste, to the center of your heart. And big breath in, arms out, big lift, reach your fingertips like creating a huge circle, and bring the hands to the prayer, to the namaste, to the center. Breathe here. One more. We're going to keep up and we're going to stay up. Have your hands a little more like a Y, like a V shape. And one hand, let's say I'm going to bring my right arm to the ear and my left hand, it's going to go to my thigh. Side bending, nice and strong, open the right side of your ribs if it's your right arm up. Let's bring the arm on the left up. Come on up to straight. Keep the left arm reaching up, lower the right, and start tipping and leaning over nice and slow, no rush. Once you get to the sides, if you get a little bit more, and then bring both arms up. Let's do that again. Reaching up before you even go sideways. Reach up and lengthen. Keep the arm reaching and the arm goes out to the sides, long to the sides, maybe a little lower to the bottom of your leg. And then lift up, pressing up, lifting up. When you come to center, lengthen your fingertips and then release the other arm nice and slow to the side, like you're drawing a nice, perfect arch to the side. Lower a little bit lower to the knee and then lift up. Nice effort, arms up. Very good. Arms open. All the way to holding a strap or to having maybe a lace or your knuckles, elbows bent, point the knuckles down. This works with the strap also, pointing, hugging it in, maybe lengthen it, maybe having your interlace, maybe your strap, maybe create a little back bend if it's okay. So you can do a little back bend, pointing down, lift your heart, your front chest opens. Breathe here. If you have your strap, pull away from the buttocks and then release that, and then let it go. Take a moment again in your Tadasana. Feel the energy, maybe close your eyes, feel your breath. Then we're gonna just really increase our intensity and our challenge as we go into Utkatasana. So we're gonna do 3. You don't have to go low. Just as long as you feel your legs bending, this is great for the strengthening of these muscles on the thighs. So you can start very mindfully and easy with the hands at the prayer, at the heart, and just feel that you have a chair behind and see you're going to squat and you're going to sit there. All right, and then go really a little bit low, maybe your arms to the point to the fingertips to the ground, and then come on up, arms overhead a little bit higher, and then inhale, come up, and then draw the hands to the heart. So doing it from the front. Sit low, send the booty back. Maybe release your fingertips. Maybe you go a little lower. So increasing the intensity, just pointing the fingers down, lift your arms high. And coming up to standing, hands to heart. And we'll do just more. Looks beautiful, okay? So hands to heart to start. Sit low as much as you can. If you don't want to do the drawing of the fingertips down, don't do it. You can go straight here, but this makes it harder to lower more, to stay low and lift your arms. And then from here, increasing in energy up and then hands to prayer. Let's rest again. Release your hands and breathe. So for some reason, it's called chair, but for other reason, it's called fierce. So it's a fierce chair or squat, and it's not easy. And even if you do it every day, it still gets the heart rate up, but you'll feel it really strongly, like it works on the muscles on the legs. And then in the rest of the day, you forget that you did that. It doesn't hurt anymore, but it really hurts when you do that really low. All right. So I'm going to try a little bit of balance. So bounce your legs a tiny bit. I'm going to do a figure 4 standing or like a pigeon standing chair. So you can start with the hands on the hips. I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to try to bring my knee out or my hip open and try to place the ankle on that leg. You can hold on to it, to a wall or chair or something, and you can lower a little bit or stay high. You can test, you can explore, see how you feel. You're going to come up instead and undo the leg, lift it up and straighten it forward, bend it, and we're going to create very gently step down, walk back until you come to a high lunge. So it looks like you're on your toes for a high lunge. Okay, so from the figure 4, extend, bend, and maybe a couple of steps. You don't have to do it in one big step, just step back and just find these beautiful, strong high lunge or crescent. So you're on your toes, bend both legs strongly, arms up. Okay, hands to prayer. And then you're going to ground the leg. All right, so we are going to pivot the leg, flatten, walk the legs maybe a little bigger, come to warrior 2. Okay, so here's the shape, more familiar, bending the front. Please take a look at the front knee, really peek at it. Make sure it's not in. So towards the, almost like even the pinky side. So really widen it out. Back leg really straight. Arms nice and open, parallel to the ground. So my arms are not here, my arms are not here. They're both one straight line across the chest. Straighten, please, the front leg. Reverse triangle. So we're gonna go back before we go forward. So reverse triangle, feel that opening of if the left leg is forward, so opening the left side. Hands can go hand in the back to the back leg or bending the elbow behind, lift, gaze up. And then from here, open the arms, keep the legs really strong, keep pressing the front toe, and then tack, tack, like a little tick-tock. The arms go to the leg or to the knee, and the other arm goes up. And then from here, we bend the front leg, come back to warrior two. Breathe here. And come on up, inhale, everything straightens up. Turn the front toes so they are parallel. You're gonna open up your hands, bring them behind, maybe on your low back, and you're gonna try to fold. So I'm not gonna fold, but you are going to fold. So slowly, maybe the hands go down the legs and have your hands to blocks and try to fold and touch down. Just take a moment on, like with the legs nice and wide. And just go a little right and left, not a lot, just a little right, a little left. Side bending, side bending, side bending. Bending your legs again, coming up from there slowly. All right, and then just go to the front, walk to the front, step to the front, hop to the front, nice and slow. So we're back to the top. Take a breath, inhaling. Like we did before a couple times, hands to prayer, to the center of your heart. Inhale, take a breath in. Exhale, hands to heart, breathe out. Let's do it a little different. You're gonna make a little hook with your thumbs like that. All right, and you're gonna bring this hooking hands, all of them reaching up. Arms are more closer to the ears. Press your feet. You have them a little together, a little separate, just about hip distance. Go one side and then the other. So more lengthening as you reach your thumbs side to side. And release the grip, release the hands, bring the hands together to the center. All right, just bounce your legs just a tiny bit. Relax here, relax your hands, your shoulders. Loosen up just a tiny bit. Shake it out, loosen up. All right, so we're gonna start with the right leg. If you want to, you can hold on to something. I don't care if you hold on to a chair. Put the weight in the leg that is going to stay. You're going to create this figure four with the hands at the hips or at the heart. Then you can stay high, you can go a little lower. I know it's hard. Flex your toes. Come on up. If you bend, release the leg, just lengthen it forward. Bring it in. So I'm falling to bring it in, step back, or slide the foot all the way back for a high lunge. Just take a moment, very slowly, finding your legs working. Both legs are bending. Your heel is up in the back. You can have your hands at heart if you want more. You do your arms up, but you don't have to. Eventually, pivot the back leg, boom, bring it back so it's flat for the warrior two on this side. So now, bending the front leg and really opening out. So I want you to look at it. So sometimes I see that the leg goes in. It really wants to go in, but we want to open the hips. So send the leg out. So you can even bring it out with your hands. So the knee should point towards the middle finger, even if not to the pinky. Back leg really straight, open up. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two, with the arms reaching strongly. Very powerful pose. straighten the front leg, both legs pretty straight. And you can flip the front palm to do that reverse triangle. Breathe here. Your hand can touch towards the leg or sneak it behind, whatever you want. You can also just have it on the hip. Get a little more opening on those front hips, on the ribs. Breathe. And then tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, arms open again for the triangle. So your triangle doesn't have to go to the ankle or to the toe. It can just be like a nice linear opening. You can touch and hold the block here. You can go forward. Just feel the engagement of the hip and the back and the inner thighs, pressing the big toe on the bottom, on the front. Again, you can just open the arms. You can also lift up a little higher, tip more a little bit, whatever you want. Bend the front leg again and feel your warrior two. When you come back to it, really feel stronger. Bend more in the front if you can. Lengthen and straighten the leg. Bring your hands closer to your hips. Turn the toes in. I'm going to repeat that forward fold with the wide legs. Okay, remember this is we're pushing a little bit. And after this, we're going to start going down on the floor. So hands behind your back or grab a strap and reach and lean forward and fold all the way down. All right, so I'm not going to do it. Toes are pointing in. Just go all the way down. Have your block there. Okay. If you don't want to do it, just stay with me high and just go maybe a little high here to side to side. If you're lowering down, you can be on the block and just go side to side. I'm staying high. I'm staying tall. And then from here, nice and strong, almost like hug your knees in. Press your feet, hold your belly, come up to standing. Isn't it? It's really hard to come up. And then you're going to turn again to the front, turn the toes to the front, take a hop or a couple steps, and just walk again to the front of your mat. Huge breath comes in, arms lengthen, hands to prayer. Just two more. Like this releases energy and it makes you feel good just because the shape is so wonderful. Vinyasa is like you're growing energy from the heavens, and then you're going to cup it towards your heart, towards yourself, and empty out. So when I come down again, breathe slowly in and then slowly fold down. So I'm just going to drop down straight. You guys float down or roll down or make anything you want. I'm just going to come down. You guys go on your dog or on your fold, right? And then step back to your dog. And then you're going to come onto the knees. Please get there when you get there, no rush. Awesome. All right. So just take a moment. We'll take just a restful child's pose. You can have your knees together. You can make a little pillow with your hands, two fists. Just take a moment. Recover, recenter, recalibrate, reset. So that was our little more intense part of the class. Hip openers and white dog and your dog. Just recover and breathe after we did that and pushing, and see how you feel the breath and how you can feel a little bit of control, that you can gain back the softening and exhalations lengthen. So from here, I'm going to ask you to do that bird dog. So a little bit of balance on the knees. You can also do it on the elbows. You can do that. This one here, like one elbow and lift it one leg up. You can also do it on the hands. So lift leg out, right arm forward, and bring the arm and the knee together. Have them touch or squeeze, lengthen and extend away from the center. And one more, elbow and knee, squeeze, and then out and lift and lengthen and bring your hand down. And please bring both hands and knees down. Take a moment. Do a little bit of maybe cat-cow or a little bit of swaying. Swaying feels good, or a little bit of circling here, softening any tension in your throat and your face, circling or cat-cow. Anything at all, doesn't matter. You can do a combination of each. Just soften. Very good. I'm just gonna lower the screen just a tiny bit here. All right, so come back to center. And again, you can come, if you're restart tired, you can do this on the elbows. It might be maybe harder, maybe it's better, I don't know. So you can definitely do it and try it. Lengthen the other leg. So right leg reaches, left arm, and bring the elbow and the knee together and squeeze and lengthen. You can also say, no, I don't like it. Squeeze elbow and knee, squeeze tight, squeeze the belly, lengthen and straighten away, lengthen, 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 squeeze knee and elbow towards each other, squeeze and tight, and then lengthen and reach away, lengthen, press the knee, press the hand, and lastly, just have the hand come in, knee comes down, sway a little bit, sway side to side, make some circles. You're gonna come again onto your hips, onto your front body, come onto your elbows, rest your elbows forward, bring your arms forward, rest your forehead or your chin on the top of your hands. Breathe here. So I'm gonna do a front elbow, front shoulder stretch, and many variations, many modifications, or just keep it very simple. So I'm gonna do it to the screen here. So I'm gonna reach my left arm out. Okay, my left arm is out like straight out from the left shoulder, so not higher, right on the left shoulder. Okay, right, left hand out. Now, left shoulder is down. I'm gonna use my right hand. So I'm just gonna turn. So my right hand is gonna come under my shoulder. I'm gonna come on, I can put a blanket under my ear. So I can put my under my blanket here. Left arm is out. My left cheek is on the blanket or on the floor. Right hand under your chest, under your shoulder. You're gonna roll onto your left hip, and that's your pose. So you can have your head kind of hanging here. You can have it on a blanket. You can just have it high. And maybe you bend your legs, or maybe you keep the bottom leg straight and you bend the top and bring your toes and step the toe behind the left leg. So that's your stretch here. The left arm can be also, some people like a cactus. If that works, I like it more long. So that's your stretch. You can always have the knees bent. You can have the bottom leg straight and bend the top leg and find the toes down. All right, so your hand is under your chest and you're really opening the front of your shoulder. Let's roll back slowly, piece by piece. So your toes are back or your knees are bent, re-lengthen, come onto your belly and relax. Lift your feet, lift your heels, your shins, and swing a little around, side to side. And then you're gonna do the other side, okay? So piece by piece. So right arm opens, You're going to turn your head away from the hand. So you're going to come onto your right side of your face. Left hand goes under your chest, under your shoulder, next to your chest. Push that hand, roll onto your right hip. Bend both legs and stay. Bend the top leg, bring the toes back. Have the right leg long and breathe here. You can put the blanket under your face, under your forehead, under your cheek. You can have both legs and just have this stretch like that. Any variation, you can just tap your toes behind. Take another breath. And then roll back, start piece by piece, undoing that, slowly undoing that, coming on again and resting onto your pelvis, onto the front body. Breathe here. Breathe in and out. Sorry about that. All right, so come up a little bit, enough to come to seated. And you can also prop yourself on a blanket, on a towel, and have this shape with your feet. So like a little butterfly, hands behind, hands can be flat, but just take a moment to open the heart. Feet together, toes together, heels together. Hands can be flat, hands can come closer. Find your range of motion, find a comfortable place where you can breathe and stay and push the feet against each other and let the knees open, let the knees soften. Knees open away from the center, hands are helping you by keeping them behind, maybe straighten the elbows. Okay, so be here for a moment. One of the legs, I'm gonna keep my right leg where it is, and I'm gonna straighten the left leg out. Then I'm gonna try to bring the leg in a little closer. So one leg is long, one leg is bent. Probably one knee is not grounding. So you can put a pillow here or a blanket under that knee. Take a moment here. So I'm gonna go towards the easier part, towards the knee that is bent. And I'm gonna have my hands framing each side of the knee. I'm gonna just fold a little bit towards the knee. Inhaling, coming up. Walk the hands to the center of your legs. Walk or stay high and reach, or maybe fold forward. Either way, feel the stretch amazingly on the hips, on the thighs, on the low back. Just breathe here. No rush again, no rush. All right, and then try one more thing we're gonna do here. You're gonna grab your toes with the left hand, the same leg, may reach for your toes, and the other hand, just press the thigh that is bent, press it and turn away. So you're leaning towards the toes. You can also grab the strap here. So let's say we do the strap here and then open away, leaning to that thigh and pressing the other thigh and just opening up. You can even bring the hand to the low hip or to the back. Inhale back to center. I'm just gonna do both legs open. Bring your hands behind and lengthen both legs out. Shake them if you want. They don't have to be so wide. Have your hands behind you. Maybe the arms straighten, maybe they bend, maybe they flatten. Just be here. Knees pointing up, toes pointing up. Breathe here. Go to the Balasana. You can do it with your hands just for a moment. Bring your hands behind. Try to open the legs wide and away from each other. Press your heels. Keep the left leg as is and lengthen the other leg. And maybe try to bring the foot to the inside of that long leg. You stay in the middle. You're going to turn to the knee that is bent. You can put that little support here if it's like not happy. You can put the blanket there, lean, fold forward. Try to keep the hips down so the hip doesn't lift. So go high, fold, keeping both hips down. So don't lift the hip like that. Keep the hips down. Come back up, center your arms right in the middle. The foot really goes to the groin and to the inner part of the top part of your thigh. Fold and breathe. Come on up gently. Then you're going to turn onto the toes, hold on to the toes. The other hand just presses out on the knee. If you have the strap, you can stay a little higher. Hold behind the arch. Hold the strap with your hand and turn away. So I want you to open out. You can even bring your hand to the low back or behind you or to your hip or to the knee and press it down. Open, have the arm on the toes and have the hand pressing or on the hip. Inhale, come up. Awesome. Just lengthen the legs again, nice and wide. Very good. Now see if your hand have like that one legs, both of them straight. Both legs straight. Shake them out and see if you can open one of the legs as wide as possible to the right side. So I'm going to do, have my both legs forward. One leg is going to be open. And I'm just going to stay high and turn away from the leg. Both legs. So both legs are forward. Open up whatever you can and go to the side. Yep. And then walk the hands back to the center. Both legs forward. Shake them out. Open up. So it's like you create this kind of like a legs wide open to the side and then turn. You can have the legs, the toes actually. Sorry, I'll do it again. So when I have the toes, one goes to the inside, one goes to the pinky side. So roll on the inside and outside of part of your toes and have your hands under your shoulders to the side. Come back, center the legs. Let's do that again on the first side. So open up, and then you're gonna go on the big toe. So roll the toes, go on the pinky and on the big toe, and then you walk around. You need to bend, you bend. This is more. All right, and then come up, do the other side, wide, roll, pinky side and big toe, bend if you want, and roll back to center. Have your legs forward, shake them out. Now have one foot come in, heel is down, and have your toes up. The toe is up. I'm gonna do it this way so you can see it. Make a little basket, hold on to the bottom of your foot, lift it off and maybe push it away. Press on the hands and the hands hold the foot and you lift up, lift up. All right, from here, bend the leg, bring the knee towards the to the armpit, to the shoulder. Maybe hold under the heel, hold the heel and make a little opening and like a little hold the baby, like holding the baby, holding the foot with your hand and then try to bring it outside the long leg. Have knee over knee. So have one leg go mukasana and go just a little tipping forward. And slowly, slowly release it. Bring your hands behind. Shake your legs. Tap, 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 tap. Have the other foot come in. Have the heel down, the toes up, and maybe grab, if you want to do it with this, do it with this strap. Hold on the leg, push it forward, lengthen it. Maybe you have it, maybe you don't. When I don't use the strap, I hold my hand and press. This is also great with the strap. Maybe you get to press it forward, maybe you bend it, just try to like flex your toes to your face. Now bend it enough, bend it so you can almost bring it to your arm, to your shoulder. So not to the belly, to the chest, but out so it opens. Then you can grab the heel or the bottom of the foot and just kind of swing it in and out. So you try to, open the hip out. And then eventually you're going to try to bring the foot outside the hip and try to bring the knee over knee for this Gomukhasana shape. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. You can stay here. Okay, this could be enough for you, or maybe tip any amount, or maybe you grab the strap again and you reach, you add or not. Okay, so you want more, you get more. This definitely adds. You can also just stay where you feel that you can still breathe. That's all about that. They're not rushing and finding that stretch and breath, and slowly feeling that the body is responding better with patience. Come on up, please. Release your hands back behind and shake your legs. Roll the ankles and shake them out. So let's roll the ankles, and we'll do this on the back now. So have your strap near you. Yeah. So we're gonna go on the back and do about 10, 15 minutes of like easy or more familiar shapes. So go on the back. You can have the blanket for later for your Shavasana. You can have a block for the bridge. Just come down. Just take a moment here. All right. Just made it on the back. Make sure you're on the mat. Make sure the feet are on the mat. The hips are in the center. You really have to place yourself so it feels really in the center. And just lengthen the legs before anything. Just lengthen the legs for a moment. Lengthen them long. Hands right to the body, and just push your toes flexed, pointing and flexing. And go a little faster, and this is called like sloshing. So you're sloshing, 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 almost like you're shaking things by just kind of flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. It's like pushing a pedal, pushing a pedal, pushing a pedal, and you end up shaking from the feet. The whole body shakes, the shoulders and the head feels like it's going up and down, and just relax. Let the feet turn away. Take a little moment here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then walk your feet in. Set the foot on the floor, feet on the floor, feet under your knees. You're going to grab the strap now. And then you're going to try to bring the right knee to your chest or outside, so you can place the strap up and just lengthen it up. So try to, I have a really long strap, but if you don't have a strap, just really try to have your arms and shoulders relaxed. The face relaxed, the leg right in front. So the hip is down. Your hip is going to stay down. You can even have a little press on the leg. So with your hands, press the low part of your leg, right? And then so the hip is not going to lift to bring the leg closer. Keep the hips even on the ground. You're gonna bend, bring the knee to the armpit, or like we did when we were sitting, to the side of your shoulder, and then press it long to the sky and point your toes to your face. So bend it slowly to your chest or to your side, even like a little, like a squat, and then straighten the leg. So straighten the leg up and try to bring it a little closer. So if it's far away, bring it a little closer. If it's really far away and bent, just try to mobilize it here. Try to have the leg not open. Try to have the leg in a straight line. And then bring it a little closer if you can. Breathe in. All right, so bend it enough to have both legs kind of sneak inside the strap, and see if you can straighten both legs. If you can, and if you have a block near you, try to separate your legs and have the block between your knees or between your thighs, and squeeze the block, and and try to have the ankles kind of going towards each other, but they're not going to, because now you have the block, and have the strap um, right under your elbows. Relax your arms, toes pointing to your face, so they're very flexed, so not pointing but flexing. Squeeze that block, bend your legs, just set the other foot down, put the block behind you or on the side, and the strap goes on the left, so we're changing sides. So your leg is over here, bend it a lot to your shoulder, and then press it forward. Bend it in. So use it to really use to open the hip flexors, right? And then extend it out, press it as high as you can, as straight as you can, even if it's far away, straighten it. Bend it again to your shoulder, to your armpit, and then press it out, press it out. Relax your arms and shoulders, neck, and jaw. Toes are toes are facing you or facing the knee, so the heel is really pointing up. Now we're going to take a bending and do a squat or a happy baby with the strap. Everybody with the strap if you can. So widen the feet as wide as you can and bring the knees to the armpits. And then see if you can straighten the legs from here, nice and wide. And then bend them again, bring them elbows, not elbows, knees to shoulders, knees to armpits, squat and press. You can grab the strap, it's outside your feet. If you don't need them, you can grab the pinky side. But if you cannot reach, bend the knees, bring the elbows straight down, and try to straighten the legs out like a straddle we did on the floor. And now you have the strap and flex, your toes are flexed. One more squat or happy baby. Knees come to your armpits. Please bring your feet together. Let the strap go for a moment. And just be here with the hands around your shins or on the knees, and just be here for a moment. Breathe here. You can have your knees wide, or you can have your hands around your behind the legs if you want, or around the knees, on the shins. Just stay here. Notice your flat back, flat back. Hips are down, the whole torso is on the floor, just your legs are up, your feet are floating up. Bring your feet together, knees together, lengthen and roll the wrists, and see if you can roll the ankles. And then reverse it. So nice and slow, wrists and toes, ankles fingers, right? And then make a little flexing and everything flexes. So flex the hands, the fingers point to your face and flex your toes, and your toes point to your hands. And then point the toes away from the face, nice long line, and point the fingers down. And then flex again. Flex everything, arms straight, legs straight. Point, and then relax and shake. Hug your knees in again and stay. Breathe here. You're going to lengthen the right leg, hug the left knee in, right leg long, hug the left knee in, breathe here. And with the right hand, you're going to just guide or carry the left leg to the right, left arm opens, one-legged stretch, place something under your knee or under your shoulder, or stay with this twist here. You can also set the foot on the leg if you want. Come back onto your back, and then bend the bottom leg, the one that was straight, bend it and come to a figure 4 on the floor, more accessible here. Bring the hand on the top of your leg, press it away. On those thighs, where the thigh meets the hip, press it up. Then relax. Press the thighs in the middle of your leg and maybe on the top of your leg. Bottom, like beginning of the top thigh, press it up. And just relax. Breathe here. Uncross, hug in. If you want to rock or stay, again, the hands can be out on the shins. Hold the legs like that with a flat back, or around the legs, or just kind of here, whatever you want. Breathe here. Then hug the right knee in, lengthen the left leg long. Feel that. Feel the leg long, feel the bending of the right leg. With the left hand, hold it, carry it to the left. Right arm opens. Look to your arm. Breathe here. Again, if you want, you can put that foot on the bottom leg. Left hand encourages the knee to go across. Maybe the shoulder lifts. Maybe the knee doesn't touch. My knee doesn't touch. Doesn't matter. Feel these ribs, the hips opening. Roll to your back. And then the bottom leg is going to bend. Come to figure 4. Bring the hands on the legs, on the thighs. Press them out. Press them forward. So with the bottom of your hand, the beginning of your right on top of your wrist, press. You're going to feel like you have space between the ribs and pressing the hips away. Bring them to the middle of your leg, to the top of your leg, middle of your leg, and bottom of your leg. Press the legs. Press active. Push the legs forward. You almost hollow your belly. All right, uncross the legs again. Arms open, like a T if you like. And maybe the knees go to one side. Maybe you put a blanket or a block in between your legs. Find this double leg twist. Any variation. Arms can open like a T, like a cactus, or maybe close to your body. If your shoulders don't feel happy, bring them close. Maybe the hand touches the top leg. Or, you can try. You can gaze away from the knees. You can gaze up. Cooling down, finding a little quiet in the twist. Finding you can still breathe. And remember, it's not the shape, it's how you feel in it, how you feel in it, how your breath feels. Don't forget. If you can hear my breath, try to follow that. So really feel that you breathe and that you breathe out. Come back to center. Center at the center, reorganize so you're on the center. So you start your twist nice and slow and gently to the other side, feet on the center, and then knees drop back. Again, the knees can be high or inside with your hip or lower, together, block under, blanket under, arms open, out, close to the body, gaze up or gaze away from the knees. Take a moment, breathe here. And again, breathe. Where's your breath? Can you feel your belly, your diaphragm? Can you feel the nice open releasing of the side? Can you inhale and long exhale after the inhale? Come back to center, release your block. You're going to take just a couple of moments with the block under your tail. So make sure it's good there where you place it. It can be also a blanket. Roll your shoulders so they're under. Open the arms if you want, or you can have your hands closer with the palms up. Just rest your sacrum here, your hips on the block, resting for this restorative bridge. Take it just the perfect moment to feel that it's in the right place. So it shouldn't be on your back and it shouldn't be on your glutes. It should be on that little piece of flat little bone on the top of your, almost like at the crease of your glutes. So start coming here, and again, the breath. If it's too high, some people think it's too high, just lower. You don't have to do that. You can put a nice blanket. That feels good too. It feels nice. Okay, whatever you want. And you can finish your class here or enter the Shavasana. If you have a wall, I would go to have the legs. This is not a wall, but I'm just going to demonstrate here so you can kind of have the legs a little high, vertical. You can keep the block there or the blanket under your tail, or you can have nothing. So you can have these legs up as something. It can even be a chair. And you're going to just enter the Shavasana, whether you want the, this is nice too, just to show you something different. I don't know if you have, but this, when you have bolsters, we used to do this. You can do it with a big pillow, like a normal bed pillow. So you put these two blocks and you put this thing or the pillow and you set your legs there, and you can put this blanket behind your head. It feels great for the neck or the head. Make sure it's nice and flat. And you can see my legs are nice and rested, nice and supported. My legs, my ankles are kind of floating. I can have my hands on the belly, on the heart, and just start your Shavasana. This is just one of many options. You can just have your blanket behind your head, support your neck and your head with a blanket. It feels really nice. Make sure it's nice and even and flat. You can also do Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet together and the blocks under your legs, under your knees or your thighs. Feels great. Arms can be out, open, close to the body. Start coming to this nice, quiet place of ease and almost like complacement or fulfillment, satisfaction, completedness, just a sensation of comprehension of what the yoga uh, does or means. What does it mean? What does it do? What does it feel like to just rest here, to be sensing the breath, of course, and slowing it down, being aware of the shape that you took, that you chose for you to let go, to be quiet, and to feel that you have the best rest ever. The conscious breath, that you are awake, that you are aware, can be more beneficial than even sleeping. Like they say that this yoga nidra, in which you are conscious of your muscles and your bones and in your mind, can be so much beneficial to relax the nervous system that even sleeping, like better than sleep. So just breathe consciously to every part of your body, to every cell, every tissue, every gland, every bone. Feel that you're really giving this gift to yourself. I'm going to let you be restful and rest, please. 10 minutes, please rest. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I know a minute feels like a lot. 10 minutes is beautiful. So if you have 9, 10 minutes, that's wonderful. Rest what you can. And thank you. And I'll see you next time. Namaste, everybody.